गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। हमने हमारे प्रीवियस लेक्चर 3 में हिस्ट्री ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स के बारे में पढ़ा और कुछ रिलेटेड एमसीक्यूज़ को भी प्रैक्टिस किया। इन हिस्ट्री ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स वी रेफर टू द एडवांसमेंट्स ऑफ मॉडर्न कंप्यूटर्स एज द जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स। आज हम इन जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स को पढ़ेंगे और एसोसिएटेड इवेंट्स और कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ दीज कंप्यूटर्स को भी देखेंगे। दिस व्यू फॉइल shows the technology transition for the computer processing. In first generation of computer, the vacuum tubes were used. First generation of computers में ये vacuum tubes use होते थे. Then in the second generation of computers, the transistors were used in place of vacuum tube. We recollect that the first transistor was introduced in 1948. The second generation of computer was from 1959 till 1964. The ICs marked the beginning of third generation of computers from 1965 onwards. Then 1970s onward, a microprocessor revolution took place. From 1971 till today, we have the fourth generation of computers. The speed, power and versatility of the computers has been increasing since then. Let us study about the generation of computers in detail. The first generation of computers was from 1946 till 1958. If you remember, in the last lecture we saw that in 1946 we had ENIAC, which was the first electronic general purpose computer. जो फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स थे वो वैक्यूम ट्यूब्स यूज़ करते थे सर्किटरी में। हमने ये प्रीवियस लेक्चर में वैक्यूम ट्यूब सर्किटरी का फोटोग्राफ देखा था एंड आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट दैट यू कैन सी द प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स ताकि आप जितने भी हमारे आगे होने वाले लेक्चर्स होंगे उनको बेटर अंडरस्टैंड कर पाएंगे और क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट रहेगा। फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स मैग्नेटिक ड्रम यूज़ करते थे मेमोरी के लिए। ये हमारा मैग्नेटिक ड्रम है। आज की डेट में हमारे कंप्यूटर्स क्या यूज़ करते हैं? हमने देखा था हार्डवेयर की क्लास में। नाउअडेज वी हैव रैम। द फर्स्ट जनरेशन कंप्यूटर्स यूज्ड टू वर्क ऑन मशीन लैंग्वेज, दैट इज zeros and ones. They could solve only one problem at a time. The input was based on punched card and paper tapes. This is the punched card and these are the paper tapes. And today what do we have? We have the keyboard and the mouse. Output was displayed as printout. जबकि आज की डेट में हमारे पास क्या है? Monitors हैं. These first generation of computers were huge. बहुत बड़े होते थे, very expensive and generated lot of heat which caused malfunctioning. आप देख सकते हैं कि ये कितने बड़े कंप्यूटर्स हैं। Now coming to the second generation of computers, which was from 1959 till 1964. The transistors replaced the vacuum tubes. One transistor replaced equivalent to 40 vacuum tubes. Thereby, these computers were smaller, faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient and more reliable. These computers graduated from the machine language to the assembly language, which allowed the programmers to specify instructions in words. So it was easier. But input was still in the form of punched card and output was in the form of the printouts. और जो मेमोरी पहले मेमोरी ड्रम तरीके होती थी, it was replaced by the magnetic core technology. This is the memory now which was being used. The third generation of computer It was from 1965 till 1970. Integrated circuit was the hallmark of third generation computers. Transistors और छोटे बन चुके थे. They were miniaturized and they were placed on silicon chip called semiconductor. In the last lecture, we had learnt that the transistors were introduced in 1948 and initially for almost 10 years, they were made of germanium. This significantly increased the speed and efficiency of computers. Computers became further smaller and cheaper. आप देख सकते हैं अभी कंप्यूटर का साइज कितना छोटा हो गया है कंपेयर टू हमारे फर्स्ट सेकेंड जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स के मुकाबले. एंड देयर बाय द कंप्यूटर्स बिकेम accessible to the mass audience. The previous generation of computers were huge, almost they would occupy the whole room. ये computers, इनके अंदर जो instructions थे कंप्यूटर के अंदर, they could travel in the billionth of second because of the technology change, because of the ICs that were available right now. The users interacted with the computers, this is important, through keyboard and monitors, and they interfaced with the operating system. These computers could run many different applications at one time, with a central program that monitored the memory. The fourth generation of computers started from 1971 and it is still there. The microprocessor with thousands of IC built onto a single silicon chip marked the fourth generation. These were further smaller, more powerful, accessible to common people. ये कंप्यूटर्स एक दूसरे के साथ लिंक हो सकते थे, नेटवर्क हो पाता था इनमें, which eventually led to the development of internet. This is very important. Now there was GUI, that is graphic user interface. There were icons which had made the interaction with the computers very easy for the users. There was mouse and there were number of handheld devices. The fifth generation of computers from today and in future. These are based on artificial intelligence, AI. There is use of parallel processing and use of superconductors. The goal is to develop the devices that respond to natural spoken language as input. जैसे हम जिस भाषा में बात करते हैं उसे कंप्यूटर समझ सके और इंस्ट्रक्शंस एग्जीक्यूट कर सके. And these are capable of learning and self-organizing. Can we make out what are this? These are the computer companies, right? I would like to tell you friends that Eckert and Matchley Computer Corporation was the first computer company in the world which designed the general purpose computer, and IBM was their first production type computer. IBM is one of the first companies to produce PC in mass. Now we will practice some MCQs. To which generation of computer does IBM PC belong? The IBM PC is the first computer released in the IBM PC mode line in August 1981 and it belongs to the fourth generation. What is the IC chip used in computers made up of? This is pretty simple. What is the answer? It is silicon. An IC is integrated circuit. It is a small wafer usually made of silicon, and it holds hundreds to millions of transistors, resistors and capacitors. Who is the father of computer? Well, it is Charles Babbage. We have already seen it in our previous lecture. But the question is, who is the father of modern computer science? The answer is Alan Turing. His Turing machines are simple hypothetical devices that formalize the concept of algorithm and computation. It played an important part in creation of the modern computers. एल्गोरिदम्स के बारे में हमने हमारे लेक्चर 2 में ऑलरेडी देखा था. Which is the first unprogrammable digital computer? It is ABC. We have already seen it in our previous lecture. And which is the first programmable computer? The answer is Z1. This computer was the first programmable computer. It was developed between 1936 till 1938. And who was the developer? He was a German scientist, Konrad Zuse. However, I would like to tell you that the input was still through the punch tapes. This was the Z1 computer. Next question, who wrote the first computer program? The answer is Ada Lovelace. She is known for her work on Charles Babbage proposed analytical engine, and in 1942 she wrote the world's first computer program. The next question, which invention replaced vacuum tubes and made computers smaller and faster? The answer is transistor. This we have been repeating so many times. What is ULSI? ULSI is ultra large scale integration. The Intel 486 and Pentium microprocessor uses the ULSI technology to place more than 1 million circuit elements on a single chip. And what is VLSI? It stands for Very Large Scale Integration. It is the process of creating an IC by combining millions of MOS transistors onto a single chip. VLSI began in 1970s. Which generation of computers used ULSI? The answer is 5th generation. It is a new technology. And which generation of computers used VLSI? The answer is 4th generation. Which substance conducts electricity without resistance when it becomes colder than a critical temperature? The answer is superconductor. We have come across this in the 5th generation of computer in our previous slides. In which generation of computers the transistors replaced the vacuum tubes? Do you remember? We have just seen that it was in the 2nd generation. In the 3rd generation of computers, what was used to interact with the computers? आज की डेट में हम कीबोर्ड्स यूज़ करते हैं, and in the 3rd generation it was used. So the answer is keyboard. And what is Altair? We have already seen it. It is a microcomputer. Thank you so much and join me in our next lecture on computer networking and communication.